Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Enjoy the video. See you at the end.
To establish paternity today with Mr. Lopez Bruno, and parties are in agreement that neither one of them is requesting DNA. The child is currently covered on the government plan. Father has no other minor children. Father's reported gross income is $2,600. Parties are in agreement for Mr. Lopez Bruno to pay $405 a month for child support beginning May 1st, 2025. Court costs billed to Mr. Bruno, and that's the extent of our agreements. I'll take testimony. Ms. Torres, can you please state your full name
Juanita Alegría Jacinta Torres.
and the age, name and age of your child?
Alegría Torres. She's a year and 4 months.
And who is the father of your child?
Cesar Lopez.
Did you hear the agreed portions that I read?
Yes.
Are those still your agreements?
Um. No. Can I be the main one to make decisions for her?
We haven't gotten to the contested matters just yet. We'll talk about that next, okay?
Okay.
All right. Are you in agreement with the agreed portions that I read?
That's fine.
Are they still your agreements?
That's fine.
If you can just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe they're in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to accept them today?
Yes.
Okay. Based on the gross income listed by Mr. Lopez Bruno, the state's asking to set medical support at $234 a month beginning May 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement with that?
Mm, I thought you said, yeah, that's fine. Yes.
Okay. Are you in agreement for Mr. Lopez Bruno and you to be joint managing conservators of your child?
No.
Do you feel that you're unable to make decisions together with Mr. Lopez Bruno?
Yes.
Has there been acts of family violence between you and him in the past 2 years?
Yes.
Had has there been any incidences where you had to call the police?
Yes.
And were there any charges filed?
No. He left before they came.
Okay. Do you have any safety concerns with him having access to your phone number and address?
Yes.
Are you in agreement with the father having the state standard possession?
No.
Are you asking for him to have supervised visitation?
Yes.
Would you be in agreement for him to have visitation on Sundays 12 to 4?
Yes.
Okay, you said you want them supervised. Who would you like to supervise the visitation?
My father.
Does Mr. Lopez Bruno know your father?
Yes.
And do they get along?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me the name of your father, please?
Juan Torres.
Juan Torres. And will this, where are you wanting the supervised visit to occur at Mr. Juan Torres's home?
Um, I stay with him.
Oh, you live with your father. Okay. Um, since you have safety concerns, where would you like to exchange? What would be a good exchange location for Mr. Lopez to pick up the child for his visitation?
Um, I know we're both near this Kroger's right here on Galloway, I think.
Where do you, is there a park close by your house that Mr. Lopez Bruno can exercise his visitation since you live with your father?
Yes.
Where is this park?
The Hillcrest Park.
In case of inclement weather, is there maybe a covered park close by, a Chuck E. Cheese or somewhere like that? Close by?
Um, yeah, there's a Chuck E. Cheese on Town East. I mean on Centerville.
On Centerville?
Yes.
Okay. If Mr. Juan Torres is not available, is there another competent adult that you would feel comfortable supervising these visitations?
Um, my sister,
What's her name?
Rahana Torres.
Spell that for me, please.
Rehanna.
Same last name, Torres.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're asking for child support arrears for 22 months. Um, the states calculated that amount at $8,910 to be repaid at $95 a month beginning May 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement to that?
Yes.
The father stated that he's given $2,500 in the past 22 months. Is that correct?
Um, no, let me check. The last time he sent me something, it was um over $6. It was on June 16,
That's
2024.
$6?
Hmm?
Did you say he gave you $6?
Yes, he just sent me $6, or the most is probably 25.
How much would you say he's given you in the last 22 months total?
Um, my Cash App is saying 25,000.
So he's given you 2,500.
Yeah, over the past. I wouldn't count that as the past 22 months.
Okay. Would you be in agreement for his judgment to then be $6,410, giving him credit for that 2,500?
That's fine. Yes.
Okay. And would you be in agreement for him to repay that at $70 a month?
Yes.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor. Mr. Lopez Bruno,
Yes, ma'am.
so you're not driving, are you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, did you hear the earlier agreed portions that I read?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, were those earlier agreements still your agreements?
Yes.
Okay. And are you asking the court to accept the earlier agreed portions?
All of which were,
You're agreeing that you do not want DNA testing?
that is correct.
You're agreeing to be named the legal father today?
That is correct.
That the child is covered on the government medical plan?
Yes, ma'am.
You have no other minor children?
No, ma'am.
You make $600 a week, a gross income of $2,600 a month.
Correct.
You're agreeing to pay child support in the amount of $405 a month beginning May 1st, 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
And court costs is billed to you today. You are in agreement to all of that.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Which
Not
part are
court,
you not in?
court costs.
You're not in agreement to pay court costs.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let's talk about the contested issues. The state said cash medical at $234. Are you in agreement to pay that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The mother's asking for supervised visitation. Are you in agreement to that?
No, ma'am.
Are you asking for the standard possession?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Has there been acts of family violence between you and Miss Torres in the last 2
Ye-
years?
Yes, ma'am.
There has been family violence.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And has the police been called?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And were any charges filed?
They were, and I ended up dropping them.
You called them on her?
Miss, yes.
Yes, and can we
Okay.
talk about that situation?
No, not right now. He's the one that's testifying.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So in the instances that you called the police, none of the charges were ever filed in that manner, in those matters.
they were dropped. It was Garland Police Department, but they were dropped accordingly.
Okay. Do you have any safety concerns with Miss Torres having your phone number or address?
She knows where I live, so I mean, it really doesn't matter, but not really.
So you have no safety concerns with your address or phone number being in our court order
No,
today?
no, ma'am.
Okay. If supervised visits are given, would you be in agreement to have them Sundays from 12 to 4?
Again, I'm sorry.
If the court does order supervised visits, would 12 to 4 work for you on
Yes,
Sundays?
ma'am.
Okay. And if the court does order supervised visits, would you be in agreement to Juan Torres, which is the mother's father, or Rahana Torres, the sister, supervising these visitations?
Yes,
Okay. Would you be in agreement for an exchange location at the Hillcrest Park?
yes,
Okay. And in case of inclement weather, would you be in agreement to meet at the Chuck E. Cheese on Centerville?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. The state calculated child support arrears in the amount of $8,910 for the 22 months. And the mother's in agreement to give you credit for $2,500. Are you in agreement to that?
I actually have a few more receipts that I can add up to the 2,500.
How much credit are you asking for?
I'd say at the bare minimum another 500.
So you're asking for a credit of $3,000.
Correct.
Would you be in agreement for a child support arrears judgment of $5,910?
Yes, ma'am.
Or would you be in agreement to pay it at $60 a month beginning May 1st?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The mother has asked to be named sole managing conservator. Are you in agreement for
I
her to
am
be?
not. No, I am not.
Are you asking to be named sole managing conservator?
Uh, mm, I mean, yeah, joint. I would consider joint, but yeah,
But you
I don't
are in
think that'd be an
agreement,
issue.
but you're in agreement that there's been family violence between you and Miss Torres.
Yes.
Okay, so in that instance, the state's not in agreement for joint managing conservatorship. So would you be in agreement for Miss Torres to be sole managing conservator?
No, ma'am, because that's been the case since my baby was born, and I've been patient enough to put myself on child support a year after my baby's born. So,
Okay. Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, I've got a couple questions to follow up here. Okay, Ms. Torres, let me start with you with some questions.
Yes, sir.
Um, you said there was, and I guess there's a little bit of both maybe here, but I'm mainly concerned right now with Mr. Lopez, on your side of the story here, has he committed family violence against you?
Yes.
When was this?
Recently, 3 months ago.
What happened? What date was the date 3 months ago?
Um, I have it on video. Give me a second.
So you don't remember the date?
No,
Okay, what happened on that day?
um, he got upset that I wanted to go to my dad's birthday party. He started a big argument. I tried walking away. He pulled me by my hair while my daughter was in my hands. Um, Fell to the floor, got back up. He still was pulling my hair. He was calling me the B word the whole time. Um,
Y'all were at
that's
this party together?
Yes, I was. No, I was at his apartment at the time.
Where were you at his apartment if y'all are not together?
I gave him another chance because he said he got the help that he needed to get
Okay,
off
so
the.
so you were together.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Besides this incident, has there been any other acts of family violence?
Yes.
Okay. What other acts have you been the victim if that's what you're alleging?
Um, there's plenty. This time where he's been bitten me on my cheek twice. He sticks his elbow deep inside of me. He,
And have you
yeah,
called the police at any of these times?
no, when I did the day that he's referring to about when he pressed the charges against me, I was pregnant that day, and he's the one who called the cops first. And I tried to tell the cops that the reason why I put my hands on him was because he had me up against the wall like this while I was pregnant. And I told him to get off of me, and I slapped him. And that's the
Okay.
only reason why they charged me. And that day, that happened because I asked him to leave because he gave me herpes, the herpes one while I was pregnant. So I
Okay.
asked him to
How is
leave.
he a, Let me move on. How is he a danger to your child if he has visitation without supervision?
What do you mean?
Well, you're wanting him to have supervised visitation, so there must be some reason why you don't think that he should be alone with your child. So what is the
Um,
reason?
she's terrified, sir. She's traumatized. I know she's only almost 2, but she's traumatized.
There's no
Um,
way that this child this young is traumatized and can barely even
sir,
remember any of this.
sir,
So
there's no way that
what other
no,
reason is there, sir, ma'am?
sir, you can't sit there and say that she's not traumatized, sir. If I'm sitting at an eyebrow place and the lady on top of me is doing my eyebrows and she starts hysterically crying because she figures that she's hurting me as she's seen him on top of me before, sir, she's traumatized. Sir, you can't say she's
Well,
not
maybe you need to take
traumatized.
her to counseling, but how does that relate to whether or not Mr. Lopez can visit his child?
What do you mean? I don't think
Has
if
he
she's
has he has he hit the child?
no.
Has he done something to
He's
endanger the
called her out
child?
her name. I don't think a father would call his daughter out her name.
You don't think a father would call the child by her name?
Out of her name, the B word,
Okay.
referred to her as a little, yeah, I don't think that's okay,
She
sir.
doesn't speak English, does she, right now?
What do you mean she doesn't speak
Does she
English?
speak right now?
Yes, she talks.
Okay. Any other reason you can give me?
Hmm, I guess that's not enough. No, that's all I can give you, sir.
Okay. All right. Mr. Lopez, you were a victim in some alleged family violence before, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what happened and or when was that first? Let me start there.
That was let me think. It was like I want to say the second week of February of 2023. Um, it was a Monday, and I had just got home from work. Um, and then yeah, she got a phone call, and it was her mom telling her that she tested positive for herpes, and she literally she went off on me, and she got hysterical and she started getting aggressive towards me, slapping me, and I held her down. Yes, I did. Like I like gave her a bear hug. You know what I mean? Like I was refraining from like I balled up my fist and I was literally gonna react by punching back. You know what I mean? Because she did slap me, and I managed to control myself and hug her. And yeah, I mean I was bluffing at first about calling the police, but then when she called her mom and told her that I had allegedly called the cops, the mom started getting I don't know. It was just it wasn't the position for me to be in. You know what I mean? For her mom to show up and she's also put her hands on me as well. And there's also a police report from Mesquite for that. And those are pending charges that I'm still looking to move forward with. Um
I thought you said they were dismissed.
no, her mother has
Oh,
put her
okay.
hands on me.
Okay. I'm
Um,
not asking about her grandmother. I'm asking
yeah,
about
yeah, but
Pistorius.
yeah, so
Okay, so okay, sir.
that being the
So
case,
you
I could
said was
call
that
police.
excuse me, sir. Was that two that you said I thought I heard you say was that 2023 or was that 2025?
Um, let me say 2000,
You don't remember when?
2024. It was 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say Garland Police. Let me see.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
All
No,
right.
yeah, no, 2023. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm
Now, which one was it? 2023 or 2024?
23, sir.
Okay. And then y'all had another incident 2 or 3 months ago?
Yeah, yeah. So that was she ran towards me as I was walking away to the restroom, and then she pulled out her camera because I didn't let her start. You know what I mean? Putting her hands on me. So and she was able. She was recording at the time. So I
Okay.
do remember the video, but
No one called the police on that day either.
no. So,
Okay. All right, then as far as let me go ahead and do an order here then. So we're establishing paternity, we're doing government medical for health insurance, child support 405. I'm setting medical support at 150, not 20 or 234, so I'm lowering it down to 150 a month. Retroactive amount, I'm entering a judgment of $5,900, which gives you credit for about $3,000 of credit. Obviously, y'all didn't know how much child support to pay, so I think that's appropriate that we should be at that number instead of almost $9,000. Wanting that to be paid at $65 a month. I've got to make a finding here on family violence, one way or the other. It sounds like y'all probably shouldn't be romantically involved, is what it sounds like more than anything. Y'all are probably not the best partners, maybe, but as far as for my purposes, I'm not making a finding of family violence. So no family violence, at least for the court's purposes for today. Um, as far as the child, y'all have a child together, you share this child. You cannot keep the child away from the other parent. You cannot just exclude the other parent. So I'm appointing y'all as joint manager conservators. It's not joint custody. It means y'all gonna share rights and responsibilities as parents. You're gonna make decisions together, not separately. And as far as the visitation, there's no reason to have supervised visitation here. I don't know if that's just out of spite or what it is, but obviously y'all have had some issues, but those don't relate to the child. And so I don't, if the child needs to go to counseling, take the child to counseling, but I really don't believe that a child this young would have some kind of feelings unless they're being coached. So I'm ordering standard visitation. Mr. Lopez can have the child on the first, third, and fifth weekends of each month from Friday
I'm
at
sorry.
6
Can I
until
ask a
Sunday at
question?
6. I'm still talking. I don't know why you're interrupting me. We're having visitation on the first, third, and fifth Fridays of the month until Sunday at 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock on Friday to 6 o'clock on Sunday, basically every other weekend. And then every week, every Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. Since y'all cannot communicate very well, I'm going to do exchanges at the Kroger. I think that's probably the best place. The park's not a good place. Obviously, it's raining today. The park's not going to work. Um, the so really we need to find a place where it's a public place where y'all can be safe. And so that way neither one of you have a problem. You're just exchanging the child and then you're moving on with your day and then bring the child back. So y'all need to meet at the Kroger. And then court costs as billed. If Mr. Lopez, if she doesn't show up to the Kroger, I suggest you get a piece of gum to show that you were at the Kroger on time, because I can guess that Miss Torres isn't going to appear for the visitation. And then when you have enough time for you try to attempt visitation and she doesn't, you can file a motion for enforcement against her to maybe put her in jail for not complying with the visitation. But you'll probably want to buy something to say, hey, I was there and she didn't show up, because I can anticipate that's going to be a problem. Ms. Torres, I understand you may not agree with my order, but this is the order and it's in the best interest of your child. You may not agree, but that's your personal feeling. There is no reason to keep Mr. Lopez Bruno from having visitation with his child. The issues you have are with each other, not with the child. And that's what y'all gonna have to do. Y'all have a long time to be together, even though you're not together. You're gonna be parents of this child for life. So this is not just something that's gonna be for the next month or two. It's gonna be for the next at least 16 years, until the child is an adult. And y'all have to abide by the orders. Mr. Lopez has to pay his support. You have to allow him to visit. You don't have a choice, neither does the child. The child does not give a choice into what they do or don't do. They have to obey their parents, and y'all have to obey the court orders. So that's what needs to happen. Hopefully, all you can understand that, but I can anticipate there may be some issues. So, all right, that'll be the order of the court. Y'all can press leave on the Zoom to exit out.
So I'm still gonna appeal this.
Thank you. Thank you. God
You're
bless
still
you.
going to follow my order, Ms. Torres.
No, I'm sorry.
God bless your heart.
All right, thank you.
Bless
Bye-bye.
your heart.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment your thoughts below. I want to hear what you think about this. As always, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.